I was going to say something. If you guys have noticed, what I've been doing lately
Why is he talking so high-pitched?
Oh, what I've been doing lately is... what I've been doing lately is...
Oh, hi there.
Dang, look at those muscles.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody with those muscles?
Somebody's doing good there.
I got crap all over my shirt. How did that happen? It's like backwards.
It's black.
It's like backwards deodorant or something.
Yeah, black shirts are always trouble.
I noticed on our last one, there was like a little white speck on my shirt. And I locked into it like it's all I could see on the freaking video. It was driving me nuts. Anyway, not trying to show off. There's people that have much bigger muscles than I do. Mine really aren't that big, but it's what I have. It's what God gave me.
Yeah.
One day maybe I'll look like Macho Man, which is producer for Bubba's show. That dude's jacked.
Oh, he is.
Jacked. John Byrd, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Tony Gump.
Tony's over there.
Hello.
I just interrupted
Tony.
you. Were you about to say something?
I was going to say something. If you guys have noticed, what I've been doing lately
Why is he talking so high-pitched?
Oh, what I've been doing lately is... what I've been doing lately is... what I've been doing lately is... No. I've got some, like, little special cream from France. And what I do is take my glasses off, I squirt a little bit in my hands, and I'm doing it around here. How do I look? Are my dark circles and my wrinkles gone?
You do look a little younger than you did Tuesday.
I've been using it for a week. I guess maybe it took a week to work.
Yeah.
A week to work.
Give it time to kick in. I want to start the show with this because I think there's some confusion on some people's parts when it comes to our YouTube membership.
Mm-hmm.
And when I put out, hey, you can sign up for an exclusive membership or just membership, I think people are assuming I mean subscribe to the channel. And I just wanted, for everybody that's watching this podcast, I want you to know what the membership means. It's, first of all, $4.99 a month. Mm-hmm. You sign up through YouTube. There's a join button. Tony Gump, if you can actually pull up the channel, our YouTube channel, I'll show you all exactly where the button is. You may have to do it on your account, so if you want to swap it, yeah. You click the join button. Oh, you're not going to be able to do it either because you're joined. Anyway, go to the channel anyway, and let's just see. Let's make this so complicated. There's a join button on there, and when you hit the join button, it'll give you the option to do the $4.99 a month deal, and you can cancel whenever you want to.
It's where the C Perks is.
Yeah, click the C Perks, and so what it gives you is these videos here, members only. These are post shows, but we're doing these shows live. They are posted afterwards, so if you don't get to watch it live, you can see it then. But you got to have that $4.99 membership in order to access those videos. You also get one of those little badges by your name when you comment, and the longer you're a part of the deal, the color changes or whatever. But yeah, we're going to be posting stuff that's members only. I thought about even at the house as I'm cooking dinner or grilling, maybe doing little videos.
Oh yeah,
that we could put. Yes. If you have something while you're at home that you want to record, and we can post it as a members only deal. I mean, you could be, it could be. I bet you do, Dr. Dingaling.
No, I don't.
But I just want people to know, go to the channel and click the join button. I'll actually put the link to join in the description of this video. But we want y'all to sign up. We would be very appreciative. Obviously, we're trying to make some things happen with this podcast. Mm-hmm. And so every $4.99 that we get from y'all means a lot. And we also want people to be a part of the live shows that we do after this podcast every time.
Right. And I've got, guys, it just hit me. I've got an idea here. Not coming Monday, but Thursday, a week from this Thursday, I'm going to bring my Evil Knievel. And what I will do at the after show is I will go to Facebook and you can put me on the screen machine thing, and then I can record me doing Evil Knievel. And what we'll do is we'll start back here and go into the cul-de-sac.
Outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's the best idea.
Why?
Because we're in a secret bunker. We don't want to sit here and give away where we're at.
Right. Okay. I'll drive really fast to my house.
I mean, you could do it here in the studio.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah.
You can go down the hallway there. We got plenty of room.
Yeah, we could. We'll figure out something.
John just wants to play with his Evil Knievel.
I know.
No, I think he just wants to give away the address to our secret bunkers.
No, I don't. No, I don't. How dare you?
He's like, let me go outside and show you all the surroundings.
Just forget it.
Show you where everything's at. Nah, it's fine. I mean, everybody's got their own bunker, right?
That's right.
What are you doing for work as of late? A lot of people have been asking me. And I really don't have the answer because I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm living life one day at a time. No, I was working at Chubb Fathers, and I can't tell you how much I loved that. The spirit of everybody working there and just a lot of listeners.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got, and I always talk about this, I've got an issue with my short-term memory.
He fixed one. There's, high-end labor-intensive jobs, the older you get.
Yeah, well, I mean, the labor part wasn't bothering me. It was just the memory, and I would study, and they have a big test coming up that they're going to give everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I studied, and I just
couldn't get it.
I just couldn't get it. So, I told Will, I said, man, I love this. I love what I'm doing, but this is going to do nothing but frustrate you and hold you back.
Yeah.
So, so we parted ways as good friends, of course, and I'm still friends with
of
course. Yeah, and so I've got more gigs coming up I'm going to post that I'm playing. And I'm talking to, right now, 3 people with guitar lessons. I may do it via Zoom because some of them are like out in outlying areas.
Yeah.
So I may, at a reduced price, see about maybe doing it on Zoom, possibly. And then also, Rose, God bless you, Rose, she suggested, she is works with World Market. She says, well, we need some some delivery guys for smaller items. And she said, you can work any day you want. You can work 5 days if you want. You can work 1 day if you want. So I think I'm going to do that because these gaps of time that it's given me. I mean, I'm being very organized with what I do at home. I'm more creative. I'm able to just stay clearer.
Yeah.
And I had tuna steaks last night.
Did you think that you'd be 61 and you would be just kind of running around doing random jobs and not have like a solid job that you go to, like a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
You did? You expected that at 61?
Yeah. Till the day I die.
Well, personally, I love this because I feel like it makes sure that we can still have you on here.
Right.
But the other thing is, because you're essentially, what it sounds like is you're going to be working for yourself, when we do hire you back at Cumulus, it won't be that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. You won't have to quit a job. You can keep on doing what you're doing.
That's right. And it still gives me time.
Mm-hmm.
It still gives me the time. So, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I got up this morning and I fixed me, it's called throat coat. It's good for a voice for singing.
Wow.
God, I knew I shouldn't have said it, Tony. No. It's got like extra honey and lemon, and it's good for your throat. So I fixed me a cup of that, put on a robe, went out to sit on the deck. It was really hot, so I took the robe off, sat there and just took in the world, watched the little deers go by. I wish we could kill them, but you can't because there are thousands in the neighborhood, but we can't do anything about it, so I watched them. Yeah. And then I went in and I got my shower and I started my day and I worked in the studio and then I worked on the computer. Then I did some more cleaning. I think I'm going to, you guys got to come over.
You're going to have to do a lot less whispering on this podcast.
Oh, you got to, let me tell you, I need you guys to come over to the house because I'm getting ready to polish the old floor.
Oh, I thought he was going to say polish the banister. You remember what that means?
Yeah.
You remember when we did all the nicknames for self?
Yes,
self,
I do. That was a good segment.
Self-pleasure.
Self-pleasure.
Okay, so really, I mean, I asked you that question originally because you had hinted that you have some new career that you're going after, and you just went all into left field and told everybody your business. So let's rope it back in.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this new career you're talking about?
Now, this is a career that I'm working toward while I'm doing all these.
So it's
other
not
things.
here. It's not active. It's something you want to get to.
No, it's active. I've actually finished. I want to be a children's author.
Oh, God.
I've written kids' music before, so I figured I would try my hands while I'm wearing my cool shirt. But I've decided to go with older kids, like almost teens. You know, when you're going through that
Preteen?
that period of
12, 13, 14?
Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to gear books toward them. And what I've done, and I think this is a great extra thing, when you buy one of my books, I will also send you an audio cassette of me reading it.
Wow.
Or, you know what, I'm going to go even better, a CD of the video of the book with me reading it. And I've got it here today.
How are people going to watch a video on a CD? I mean, you might want to email it to them. Like, people don't have DVD players, really.
Yeah, one of those newfangled ways.
I thought you were going to say a 1-month subscription to Dr. Dingling's OnlyFans, so I'm glad. I think that's probably a more appropriate route since you're going to be dealing with children and minors. So when does this come out? When can we see it?
Boy, you took this and did a left turn.
What? No, what are you talking about?
Dr. Dingaling.
No, not the kids thing. The kids books.
Yeah.
Not Dr. Dingling. I don't want to see that.
And you know what my pen name's going to be?
What?
Skip Wordsworth.
Skip Wordsworth.
Yeah. Now I've got my regular name on this one, but this is a kind of a first draft. But
Okay.
Skip Wordsworth.
Do we have a copy of it?
Yeah, we do. Tony?
I'll pull it up here.
Oh.
All right.
Skip Wordsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see what you got.
My Best Friends Are Balls by John Byrd. When I wake up, my best friends are right there next to me. When we go anywhere, we go as a 3.
Oh, how nice.
I help them feel better when they're feeling blue.
Oh.
Although sometimes I tend to block their view. They help me when life gets hard.
Oh, no. He's spitting up.
Our home is cozy and warm. We like a tidy yard. It's a bit of a squeeze when we try to sit on a chair.
That's tough.
My best friends can grow some really curly hair. Sometimes we all get kisses, and that's very nice.
Who's giving those kisses?
We can all look smaller when it's as cold as ice. Sometimes my best friends can get sweaty and begin to reek. But we love playing games like hide and seek.
Hiding in the bush.
My friends can get itchy and need a good scratch.
This is true.
They can get lice, which you can catch.
Oh, no.
They laugh when I put my hat on and watch me struggle. They help me feel better when I get scared of the dark tunnel. Despite their bad points, they are my besties. It's true. One to the left, the other to the right, stuck together like glue.
Wow.
The end.
I like how every single page had the page number at the bottom corner.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Yes, it's important that you don't get lost when you're watching the video.
So, a children's book about cock and balls. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, no, about the penis and the testicles. I mean, let's be technical about that. But it's kind of a fun way, and it lets them know it's okay to scratch.
It's okay to have lice.
Well, yeah, no, that'll hopefully scare them. That was a scary panel that I drew.
Dark tunnel, hiding in the bush, curly hair. We get it. That's very, very informational. I'll give you that.
That's the thing. I want this to be in every health class in America.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the schools are going to eat that up. They'll be all over it.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You guys are ruining a really good thing. I'm trying to do a good
Listen,
thing.
we just don't want you to get overwhelmed. You got a lot of things going on.
Dude, you had a condom on top of the guy's head, for Christ's sake.
That was a hat.
That was a rubber hat.
Yes.
Ribbed for her pleasure. Some of the things that have been happening over the past few days. Did y'all see these tornadoes in Arkansas? These are massive, massive tornadoes, and I don't know if anybody's. I don't know if there's been any fatalities or anything like that. We just recently saw a round of tornadoes come through here.
Yep.
But I don't think we had any. Well, of course it was at night, but I don't know if we had any like this. Here's one of them. There's footage all over the internet of these things. They're massive, massive tornadoes. Check that out. Yeah, that was really loud.
Just, it gives me
Look
just
at that.
a sense of dread.
I got to turn the way down.
Oh my gosh.
And that's an insanely large tornado.
Okay, please get underneath. Okay.
Oh, they got a storm shelter. Yeah, you'd have to be underground for that one. But if we did have an underground shelter, it would be kind of cool to just be able to peek your head out and look. We don't get this luxury because, like, out there in Missouri, in the Midwest, like, it's so flat out there.
Yeah.
You can see a tornado from 5 miles away. Here, once you see a tornado, it's too late because there's so many hills and mountains and everything else. It's the same one. Look at this.
That does look really cool, though.
Yeah, it
I
does.
wonder how wide the funnel is where it's on the ground.
Oh, it's got to be like
They're stopping. They need to keep going.
quarter mile,
Nice.
half mile.
Nice pants.
They're stopping. They need to keep going. I think we got some more footage.
Man,
of
why
this,
you
too.
driving like that? Because that thing can turn on a dime, and you know it's flying. Vroom. See, it got him.
Well, you think you think about how far away they are and how big it looks in the picture with them being that far away. Oh yeah, here's another one. Check this one out. This is wild.
It's close.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's coming right
com-
towards them.
Get out of the way. Look at the lightning and thunder.
You got a Tesla, put it in sentry mode. So,
Oh, that's a dash cam from
cop.
police. Yeah.
Yeah, you better back up.
Dang.
Are those cars left right there? Oh! Oh!
There's your hail.
Dang!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you better get out of there, officer.
Is that the end of it?
Yeah, there's just cutting the
Man.
footage cutting out from the wind, I guess.
Gosh.
That's insane, dude.
What would you rather be caught in? Would you rather be
You
caught?
better get out of there, man. That thing's headed straight towards him. Rather be caught in what?
A tornado, a hurricane, or a tsunami?
A tornado, I think, because it's a lot faster. A tsunami, you're probably going to drown, and in a hurricane, that thing just batters you for a long time. And plus, you got to be near the ocean, so it's like a tsunami and a tornado together.
All right. Well, look at the hurricane that went all the way up to Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's
Right
true.
there, yeah. Tony, what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
I would choose one I can predict. Tornado, I mean, you can't predict that. But
Let's say you couldn't. Let's say it was back in the early 1900s.
well, of course, I'd rather be in a hurricane or something, because if you're in a tornado, your odds of surviving, if it hits you, are very slim.
What do you mean by in a tornado?
Yeah. Like, yeah, if you, I mean, of course, I'd rather be in a hurricane than a tornado, because tornado winds are going to outdo a hurricane all day long.
You're ruining this. I thought it would be really cool.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm hurricane.
And if there's a tsunami coming and you're aware of it, you can climb up, elevation and then avoid that too.
Yeah, but with that Indonesia, that thing, you couldn't get away from it.
Oh, you're talking about back 2004, that big one. There's also the big one in Japan. And that was some of the
Yes.
video clips out of that are absolutely breathtaking.
And those earthquakes in, where was that? Thailand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Start
yeah.
way out in the ocean, and then they come up. And another thing, you know what? When I was a kid, this used to terrify me. had friends that like to watch surfing videos. They scared me to death, when they're riding the pipe, and they're going, and the waves are huge. It's terrifying. And then when they got GoPros on their head and they're going through the tube, that's terrifying. Because I can't swim, so that doesn't help.
That is terrifying.
I know.
Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy weather stuff happen as of late. But what's getting all the attention is Liberation Day, which was Donald Trump announcing the tariffs on everybody. And I personally have loved it. I've seen people freak out on both sides of the political aisle. Maybe not freak out on the right for Republicans, but some of them are like, oh my gosh, this stuff's going to be more expensive or whatever. Chuck Schumer, on the other hand, said this is the dumbest mistake that a president of the United States has ever made in the history of ever.
Yesterday, and I'll focus on the tariffs here. Yesterday, the president made one of the dumbest decisions in history, one that will negatively impact every single American family.
Somebody had sex with Chuck's mother. That's the worst.
That's the real tragedy.
The most avoidable recession probably in history. And let's call the Trump tariff tax for what they really are, a huge tax hike on American families. And not just any tax hike. J.P. Morgan called it, quote, the equivalent.
Yeah, we care about what J.P. Morgan says. Yeah. It's interesting that Chuck says that, because if you go back to 2018, which really wasn't that long ago, when asked about tariffs, not just any tariffs, but tariffs that Trump was using during his first term, Chuck Schumer says this.
Look, I think the president's doing the right thing. China has been taking advantage of us for two decades. They're stealing our intellectual property, which means stealing our good-paying jobs. And I, frankly, am closer on this issue, not on many, but on this issue with President Trump than I was with Presidents Bush or Obama, because they did nothing to tell China off. Now, China, of course, will respond. But if they know we're strong and we're not going to back off, they will back off. They have far more to lose than we do. They have a $300 billion trade surplus with us. So I'm looking out, number one, for jobs. If General Electric moves jobs to China, they're not unhappy, but my New York workers in Schenectady are unhappy. And so you can't let the international business companies who don't give a hoot about where their factories are govern this. You have to do what's good for the American worker.
How about that? Wow.
Jeez.
The exact opposite of what he said today.
Surely he didn't forget that he said that 7 years ago.
They all used to say it. Every single one of them. 1996, Nancy Pelosi. Same exact thing. Listen to her talking about tariffs.
How far does China have to go? How much more repression? How big a trade deficit and loss of jobs for the American worker, and how much more dangerous proliferation has to exist before members of this House of Representatives will say, I will not endorse the status quo. As I mentioned, it's about jobs, proliferation, and human rights, and there are those who say we shouldn't link human rights and trade and proliferation and trade. I disagree. But if we just want to take up this issue on the basis of economics alone, indeed, China should not receive most favored nation status for several reasons that I'd like to go into now. I'd like to call the attention of our colleagues to the...
She's saying the exact same thing Chuck Schumer was saying. And by the way, she looks like a normal human being in that footage.
Yeah, but you can see hints of the wedge.
She's sitting there comparing the tariffs that China puts on us compared to what we put on them.
Oh, this is all pre-TDS syndrome.
Way before Trump derangement syndrome.
Before she turned down all the guards at the Capitol that one day.
Do y'all want to hear another politician freak out about tariffs that claim that tariffs are awful all of a sudden?
I'm always up for that.
Let's go with Bernie Sanders. 2008.
Bernie Sanders.
Hello, tariffs.
Further, what they have said is that we need to not worry about manufacturing in America, because what we should establish is a policy of unfettered free trade. We don't need tariffs. What we need is to allow corporate America the freedom to throw American workers out on the street, people who are making 15, 20, 25 bucks an hour, health care, pensions, throw them out on the street because somehow, Madam President, we are going to create wealth in America and good paying jobs in America as we shut down plants. We move to China, corporations there pay workers 20, 30 cents an hour, and we bring the product back into this country. And anyone who goes shopping in a mall knows how difficult it is today to find the product made in America. But that is the philosophy. And I have to say, in that regard, the champion, and he is honest on this one. Senator McCain has been criticized recently for not being the most honest candidate we have seen in terms of his ads and so forth. He has been honest on this one. He is the lead advocate of unfettered free trade. And that's an also important part of this right-wing ideology, that it is good for America that corporations can go to China and bring products back into this country.
So here he is talking about how we need to be tariffing these countries because when we don't, our manufacturers go to China, so on and so forth, because it's it was basically at that point free for China to send products over here and sell them, and they were able to sell more because there was no tariffs. The product was cheaper, so more people bought it. But when we send the same product over there, and it's got a 80% tariff, means it costs 80% more on the shelf. The Chinese people ain't gonna buy it. They're gonna buy the stuff that's made in China.
Now, if you look back at Bill Clinton in the 90s, that's the last time we had a surplus. We had more revenue coming in than expenses. And he took the whole free trade agreement thing and ran with it worldwide and tried to, I guess, set up the bad things that have happened. He went short-term gains, long-term losses, and that's really put a catalyst on all this stuff we're dealing with today.
Yep. But it's amazing to see what these people used to say about tariffs compared to what they're doing today. And you would think the media would step up and call them out. Like, Andrew McLain's not a magician. It didn't take an act of magic for me to find those clips. Like, they're out there. And CNN and MSNBC and 60 Minutes and everybody else can find those clips and play them. And maybe bring that person on the show. Yeah, bring Nancy Pelosi on and say, Nancy, this is what you said back then. Chuck, well, this is what you said. Why are you saying something different?
No, that's a news channel. We're not talking about news channel. We're talking about propaganda. Propaganda companies, and they're not going to do that.
Oh, you want to see the biggest example of disgraceful journalism? You know Leslie Stahl, right? Mm-hmm. She's from 60 Minutes. So one of the Americans that was released by Hamas recently, back in this country, she did an interview with one of those guys and was kind of asking like what he went through and everything else. And I just want you to hear the line of questioning that she gives him as this goes on.
They were held with several women and children and said there was constant abuse.
I witnessed a young woman who was being tortured by the terrorists. I mean, literal, torture.
I'm going to do a start and stop here just because I don't know if they'll ding us for 60 minutes, but if we just do short sections of it, we'll go. So, anyways, Leslie Stahl's asking, what'd you go through, what'd you see, and everything else.
Not just in a figurative sense.
They made you watch it?
Yeah. I saw sexual assault with female hostages.
Okay. So you see, that you can imagine what this guy's been through, right? And what she's about to ask is, or he or she brings it up, about the torture that they put him through, such as leaving him alone, starving him, all these other things. Watch.
Keith says things got worse for him after Aviva was released and that early ceasefire collapsed.
The terrorists became very mean and very cruel and violent.
More so.
Much more so.
Okay. All right. We're just starting to stop, and so YouTube doesn't ding us. All right, go ahead.
They were beating me and starving me.
Do you think they starved you, or they just didn't have food?
No, I think they starved me, and they would often eat in front of me and not offer me food.
Okay. Leslie Stahl is like, well, maybe they just didn't have, maybe the terrorists didn't have food.
That's just flat out wrong right there.
Right. It's this idea of the poor people of Gaza And it's it's one thing to say the poor Palestinians, but she's literally saying the poor terrorists. Like, what? Are you sure that maybe they didn't have food? He's like, they were eating in front of me, like they had food.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine how bad the food is in Gaza too? I bet it sucks.
Well, I bet any food would be better than no food. So, that's cruel if you're going to starve someone and eat in front of them and kind of rub it in their face.
Would you kill a rat if it was in your cell and eat it raw?
If you're hungry enough, you'll eat anything. People eat dirt in certain countries because they have no food.
Yeah. Would you eat a turd sandwich if you were on day 7 with no food?
Nope. It would have to be day 16 when I would eat the turd sandwich.
Interesting. Yeah, you'd probably die, though. You can't go 16 days without food, can
Well, it
you?
depends how you cook it.
Or you can't go that far without water.
Deep fried or,
Well, yeah, but I mean, pop it in the air fryer. Put it on
air fried
Max
turd
Crisp.
sandwich.
No, but I mean, if you let it sit for a while, then it gets
crusty.
What the hell? Then it gets kind of it gets hard.
It's almost like a chicken finger. It's crunchy. It's like breaded.
Yeah. So rather than being all squishy and everything, you got to let it like dry out some.
So it's like chocolate peanut brittle.
Oh my God.
You should be able to find some seasoning. Throw on there,
Put a little Danos on it.
You know what? If somebody will buy me a car, I will eat dog, cat, cow, horse, and human shit on national television.
This boy really wants a car.
Well, what's your definition of car?
What's your definition of national television? Why don't you do it on this podcast?
Well, no, I don't want to get, it might get the table. Tony works so hard in here to make everything look good. I don't want to mess that up.
It'll just melt down like a payday bar.
Well, here's what we wanted you to eat, which was the fermented fish in the can. You remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a German fish or something, and it's supposed to be the smelliest fish on the planet. We wanted you to eat that.
Okay.
What was the name of it?
I don't know. Remember, I ate haggis when I played O'Sherry.
Yeah, how did that go?
It's actually pretty delicious. It tastes like liver mush with oats. So it's not bad. It didn't have the stomach, which that's really what scares everybody.
Surströmming.
Surströmming?
That's the name of it.
You get it, I'll eat it. And
Look up.
I'll drink the juice.
Go to YouTube.
No, I won't.
Go to YouTube and look up surströmming. S-U-R Strömming.
Just the name.
Surströmming fish. And then, hit see if there's a... Yeah, there it is. See if there's a YouTube video. But
is that a pizza they're eating?
Eating surströmming fish on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, you can put it on pizza.
Well, that's wimping out.
Eating surströmming the right way.
Okay. Pick a video.
Yeah, just pick. Yeah. Americans try it. See what we got here. Disgusting.
If you will find it, I will.
Oh, it's easy to order online. You can order it on Amazon.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Let's see. Shopping.
That absolutely looked disgusting. I would not do that.
Oh, good Lord. It's $45 on Amazon.
Oh, there's got to be a smaller.
Yeah, we just need like one bite.
No, we don't.
Well, you need 2 bites. I don't know.
I'm going to eat half of it.
Okay.
Because he said nobody in the world.
All right.
Yeah, let's find it. And what we'll do is we'll set up some plastic in one of the other rooms. And we can set up my iPhone, so you guys won't have to deal with the smell.
No, I think we've got to do it so we get everybody's reaction to the smell.
Okay. All right. And we can get a big thing of plastic.
But you're gonna have to do it quick because we can't let the smell sit in here and marinate. Like you're gonna have to.
No, I can't throw up right here. That's not happening.
Yeah, you gotta take a quick bite, and then we've got to have some sort of container, maybe a Tupperware dish you don't want anymore, and just immediately put it in the Tupperware dish, seal it off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could if you guys want to be like that. I mean, I would like to eat 5 is my lucky number, so I'd like to take 5 bites.
Well, listen, this will be good practice for whenever you do eat a turd sandwich for a free car.
Or the gooey duck.
Or the gooey duck. Oh, that would be good.
Oh,
You're taking a big bite of a gooey duck and it's like spraying you in the face.
Oh, God, here we go. Here it starts. But yeah, I'm up for it, man. After the haggis, I was like, bucket list. I was like, bring it on.
Interesting.
What about instead of like a turd sandwich, you ate like put it like a turd taco, like a shit taco.
shit taco.
Put some lettuce and cheese over it. So
Okay,
you can kind of trick your mind.
I see where you're going. If it's crumbly and you season it and maybe cook it in the pan a little bit, you might could get away with that.
Yeah, because like when you go to Taco Bell and they've got that,
That's basically what it is.
They scoop the meat. It's almost like a long tube at the bottom of the soft taco, so it'd be kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. And if they'd allow me to put some of the taco sauce on it.
And then you could put some surströmming on it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the thing in and of itself.
I mean, that'll probably take away the sting of eating a turd and be like, oh, you know.
How do we get to eating turds? I don't know.
He started it.
I did not start that. Have y'all seen this video of this teacher who was apparently banging, like a 15-year-old student?
Oh, God.
14-year-old student. Now, this happens all the time across America. This happened at my school, not while I was there, but after I graduated.
Happened at my school when I went to school.
While you were at school?
Yeah, it happened to somebody. No. But yeah, it did happen, and it was the course teacher, and she got fired.
Wait, are you saying that it was you?
No,
you were the student?
no. But I mean, everybody had the hots for, but then it turned out, oh my gosh.
So it was even back then. You had a hot teacher.
Yeah,
I never had any hot teachers.
Are you kidding me? My first teacher, my first grade teacher was smoking. Because it was late 60s. She had the mini skirt. Then she had the long boots. Miss Faison. I'll never forget her.
Miss Faison?
Miss Faison was her name.
Faison.
Yes. But then when I realized, okay, maybe we're a little old. She's a little old for me. Then I fell in love with Lydia. Now, Lydia was missing her 2 front teeth, which for some reason I was like, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And my mom would dress me like a 007. I'd wear turtlenecks and things like that. And evidently she found it... attractive, and we would hold hands because we're sitting across there. And then, was it Theodore? We called him Theo. He would try and run through and break our arm, like Red Rover.
He's jealous.
Yeah. So then I decided I'm going to ask her to marry me. So then I went in my sister's room and stole a piece of jewelry. It was a necklace, and I gave it to her. And it just so happens that Lydia's mom and my mom were friends.
Oh.
And my sister was like, where's my necklace? Where's my necklace? And so they found out, she said, oh, your little John is so sweet. I can't believe he got Lydia this necklace. And she said, oh, really? So I was.
Did they get to the bottom of it? She make her give it back?
No.
What? Your mom vouched for you?
Well, here's what happened. I loved my mom so much. She got it back from her and said, no, that's the wrong one. We went out and bought another one, and I gave it to her. My sister was so mad.
Wait, so who kept the original?
The original went back to my sister.
Oh, okay.
But then a new one I gave to Lydia. Yeah, we lasted all the way, almost the end of the first grade, and then things got complicated, and she wanted kids, and I didn't. And we couldn't, there was an incident with a dead dog laying on the side of the road, and we poked it with a stick to see if it was like.
No.
You got a weird childhood.
I gotta say,
that's just first grade.
My first grade teacher, this is Miss Fox. She was a fox.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, and my grandfather came to Grandparents' Day, and I found out after the fact he got in trouble because he was hitting on my teacher.
Dang, Grandpa!
Grandpa, get it, boy!
And even before he died, we were laughing about it. I was like, hey, remember that one time you hit on my first grade teacher? He was like, oh, yeah, she was hot.
That's funny. That's
anyway.
Funny. So there's this incident, and I don't even know where exactly this is located at, but I can tell you. This is based out of
Illinois.
Is it Illinois?
Yeah, Illinois teacher.
Of course.
I think this is the Inside Edition version of it, as they kind of explain what exactly happened.
Cops pull over the 30-year-old driver of a gray Volkswagen, and she's in big trouble.
Step out of the car. I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you.
30-year-old Christina Formella is with her husband, and neither has a clue what the heck's going on.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I can't look.
You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes, yes.
Moments later, cops slap cuffs on her, but why? They're not saying much.
Once you get to the police department, you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
She knows.
In the back of the squad car, Christina smacks her lips as she tries to process the sudden turn of events in her life. Finally, the cops fill her in.
I'm feeling I'm going to throw up.
So what's the charge? The 30-year-old teacher allegedly carried on an affair with a 15-year-old student. The teen's mom says she discovered these lurid text messages on his cell phone. I love you so, so much, Mama. I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect. Christina Formella got married last year in Italy.
Pause. Okay, this looks like, I mean, she looks like she could be a model, right? I mean, she is a normal-looking chick that, you know, has probably got, you know, everything she possibly needs.
Probably STDs, too.
Probably got some STDs. And, you know, got a husband. I mean...
That poor guy.
I know. Because he was in the car when she got pulled over.
We're talking exactly half her age. 15 and 30.
All right, keep going.
Oh, God.
Tryst with the student had begun. The teacher is now on paid leave from Downers Grove South High School outside Chicago.
We are heartbroken for the victim and also for the hundreds of students, staff, and family who trusted this teacher and feel betrayed by this terrible situation.
She says she's done nothing wrong and is being framed and blackmailed by the student. Cops say she told them everybody comes after her because she's good looking.
Here we go.
So 15-year-old?
Am I the only one that's like, you know, way to go, kid? Or is that just bad?
Well, that's kind of dicey.
That's bad.
Tony, can you edit that out, please?
But as the 15-year-old,
attaboy.
You know, there's the 15-year-old has got to be like, why is everybody so upset? I was enjoying myself.
You know, he's like fist bumping with all of his buddies.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's probably how word got out. I just, I don't know. It's still highly illegal. It's still, you know, I'm just thinking as a 15-year-old boy, you know, it's wrong, but I'm just trying to put myself in the boy's shoes as to how he would feel.
And how did it start? I would think that maybe she would initiate it because there's a screw loose, I'm sure. You know, and he's like, dude, look at her looking at me. God, you believe that? Man, she just told me she needed to talk to me after school. You know?
I wish Byrd would quit whispering.
Yeah. I probably started with a tutoring session, I would think, or something.
Yeah, that tutoring. Yeah.
I mean, there's been instances of teachers hooking up with kids and their parents are letting their kids go to the teacher's house or spend the night. I've seen stuff like that. I'm like, y'all are out of your mind. Do you want to watch the raw body cam footage?
Sure.
We have, this isn't all of it, but this is the initial stop. And remember, that you see her husband, his face is blurred out, but he's in the passenger seat. Imagine what he's going through in this moment.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain. I'm sure you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You're Christina?
Yes.
Okay, Christina, do me a favor. Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you. You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need.
Yeah, whatever you need, like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it. Is she going somewhere? Or? Yeah, we're gonna explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it up. We're not going anywhere right now. Of course, yeah. I don't understand what's going on here. I get it, yeah. You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, so
I
just
think
stay there.
she's got a clue already.
Wait, okay. Just analyzing here, I'm watching her mannerisms, and I'm trying to figure out if she legitimately knows. Now, we're just we're presuming guilt, just because this happens so often, and you know, I mean, she
does have the uh-oh face going on.
She does look genuinely shocked. And so, and of course, she could be an incredible actor.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that could be part of it. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Goes off.
Uh-oh, she's trying to run.
Straight back over here.
Shoot her!
So, we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department, okay? So we're going to explain everything to you there. It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though, okay? So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a down
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way.
Willing to do a lot of stuff.
She looks back.
Can I ask you what?
Of course,
And her
yeah. It's not like I
husband.
said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me.
Kill.
I don't know. There's part of me
being detained.
that, based on her reaction, I'm kind of like, maybe she. Nah, I don't want to say she's guilty. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, if you look at the very beginning of it,
No, you can just
that tells the tale.
come to the police department as well if he wants to wait for you there.
I'm like.
I get it. You have a
I'm
lot of questions.
So scared.
Yeah, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you at the police department. That's all. Nothing else on your pocket right now? Anything else?
right here.
Just your phone? Okay.
Chris Hansen.
All right, we're going to take him back in this car. On the other side. Once you get to the police department, you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
But you can't even give me like an idea.
At the moment,
what this is about.
Other than that, it's an investigation. That's all I can really tell you right now. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more.
Look at that face right there. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows. Come on.
Well, she says that the kids got her phone and sent the messages to themselves, and that's obviously a very far out excuse. And it's so prevalent. You're gonna be guilty in the public eye from the beginning.
Now, I'd be interested to know this kid's grade in that class. Like, if he had an F- or something.
Then he's a liar.
Well, then you could maybe question it, but if he was getting good grades, then that you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to put money on this, I would say she's guilty, but I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. My wife does this, and she's in the business of always, not that.
Oh.
She's always in the business of playing devil's advocate. So she's ended up gets in my head, and now every time I watch something like that, I'm starting to question: are they actually guilty or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's so funny how there is still a double standard of if it's a male student and a female teacher.
Yeah, it's much worse the other way around.
Yeah,
but we look at that in the sense of wanting to protect females. That they're more delicate, they're more influenced.
Well, way back in the day when you'd hear about something like this, you just assumed it was a male teacher. And as time goes on, and there was that one woman in Florida, that kind of, made things trajectory to where you got to question it each time now.
And it's always the girls that go after the student boys are always very pretty. But if it's a teacher man going after a female student, it looks like George the Animal Steel. It's like super creepy.
Yeah, but I mean, males are attracted by sight.
Mm-hmm.
So the females would be attracted by personality or.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Or what else? So.
Well, it's hard to find a really good-looking liberal, so I don't know if I buy the whole sight thing.
Yeah,
it's like when they start talking, you get to know their politics. Sometimes it just ruins it all.
That was a fascinating story.
Yeah.
So wonder how. And I noticed in the body cam footage, I don't know how long ago this happened, but in the body cam footage, there was snow on the ground. I mean, maybe it recently snowed in Illinois, but
yeah, I mean, yeah. But now, I've just thought about something. There's never been a woman perp on Chris Hansen's show, right? Has there ever been?
Not on the new show.
There was the one guy that had his wife involved or something. Remember that with the one out in Blount County? Chris Hansen, this guy showed up and it was supposed to be him and his wife were in on it together.
I don't remember that.
Maybe it was him and his daughter. Like it was two people and there was a female.
There were two decoys on several of them.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm trying to think of something, but I can't.
But yeah, on Chris Hansen's Takedown show on True Blue, there's not many females. I don't know if you go to the old To Catch a Predator ones, if there is. But
I used to love to watch that, and I don't remember.
It's always a naked guy with a pizza or something.
Yeah.
There was we watched a new one. Was it last? No, I didn't watch it last night. My freaking power was out till 1:30 in the morning.
Right.
it was a Blount County one, and was it? Oh, some Mexican guy, and he actually, because we'll do this too. We're like, you're almost it's all playing out, and Chris Hansen's questioning them. Trish and I are like, if you say this, like your chances in court will be a lot better, and they never do that. They start off where Chris Hansen comes in, and Chris Hansen's like, I just want to talk to you. And they're thinking it's the dad or the uncle or something. And they're willing to talk to Chris Hansen because he's not telling them they're going to get arrested. Right. And he leads them to believe, without saying it, that, hey, all you need to do is just talk to me, answer some questions, and I'll let you go. And so they end up spilling the beans, and then police walk in there.
But, that show was so big. Wouldn't you think that one person would, Chris Hansen says, yeah, let me, I just want to ask you a few questions. I mean, they just say, I want a lawyer, and that's it.
A couple of them do. Some of them have done that.
You would think if you're out doing that kind of thing, you would know who Chris Hansen is if you're going to do your research. Just saying.
Well, there's been some of them that get there and they say, I knew Chris Hansen was going to be here. And it's like, well, why'd you do it?
I got a crush on him. Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that sick urge can overcome common sense. Is what I'm.
I mean, that seems to be the case with these people.
It's very sad.
Yeah,
their brains are wired differently.
And it affects that person that was abused. I mean, that's there forever. It turns them into whatever it turns them into.
Boy, this is a dark podcast.
I'm just glad we avoided certain words.
Yeah, but whatever happened to us having fun on this podcast?
I know. I play the Dick and Balls video again. Let's do that.
No, we're going to
give us something funny, man. Come on, make us laugh, Andrew.
Well, we're about to get out of here. We've got stuff that we're going to present on the after show.
Oh, yeah.
We got the post show live, and again, for those that have not done it, please join our membership. Go to the YouTube channel, hit the join button. We'll put it down in the description of this episode, and you can click it and do that. $4.99 a month. That's all it is. Cancel whenever you want. If you get next month, you ain't got $4.99. It ain't gonna hurt our feelings. Just cancel. We just want to get some people on there. We're finally monetized on YouTube, and we're trying to see if we can't grow this podcast.
I've got an idea. Here's what we're going to do, and it's going to be for members only. We need to take a picture of the three of us, it's our arms around each other, and get the members to take a picture of themselves, and I will Photoshop them in, and we'll send it to them, and they can say, over the line. I mean, it's a digital lie, but still, I think that would be cool. You don't like it. You hate it. Whenever you go... That means you don't like it. Forget it.
You have a lot of good ideas. That was not one of them, but you do have a lot of good ideas.
Well, you throw enough shit up against the wall. Some of it's going to stick, and some of it's going to fall.
Mm-hmm. Some of it's going to end up on your plate. A couple slices of bread. Tony Gump, you got any final words, my friend?
Hard to come by final words after all this, but
give us your favorite turd sandwich recipe. Turd casserole.
Don't eat turd sandwiches or shit tacos or whatever. Just get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep. Byrd. And this whole tariff thing, if you're in the market and you got 401ks and all that stuff, just kind of be aware of what's going on, but there's going to be lots of buying opportunities later this year, and the market will correct itself over time. So, and stay positive.
Yes, stay positive. Don't freak out. Tariffs are going to be fine. Stock market's going to be fine. And
not in the short term, but it will later, yes.
Yeah,
it'll correct itself.
That's what we're doing. We are correcting America to make it great again.
And it would have been much worse later if we would have waited to do what we're doing now, but eventually we had to do it, so we might as well.
You think about it, like with the amount of money that was spent during the Biden administration and that was spent during COVID, like it's almost like it was a necessity that we do this reset. Because if we would have waited longer, what another $10 trillion in debt? We couldn't have recovered from that.
They were purposely trying to bankrupt this country. Yeah. I'm so convinced of that.
Wow. Which tells you it was meant to happen, like it was part of a grander plan for Donald Trump to win that election.
Yep.
Survive a unalive attempt and everything else. Anyway, John Byrd, we've got a couple minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. I've discovered something about myself, and I think I've discovered something about several of you out there. If you remember when I was unemployed, I was like laying around like, and I started taking my Adderall. But that's not a magic. It's not a magic pill. There are things you have to do with it. Well, I mean, you take it and drink water. But what I'm saying is you need to take charge of your life. I am busy right now from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. Because, let me tell you folks that are like around my age, you stop, you die. Don't want to frighten anybody, but you stop, you die. You keep moving. Get those little memory games on a tablet like I've got on my tablet. Get those little memory games for old people that help you remember.
Or use methylene blue.
Or use the methylene blue, which I can't because I take Adderall and it make me run around in circles and piss myself and pass out. But, yeah, keep yourself busy. It's very important. Don't just sit around. You know what? Do me a favor. Each week I want you to drop a streaming service till you're down to one. Do that for me.
But keep your over-the-line membership, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's where you put your money. I mean, good God, put an over-the-line membership.
Well, it ain't like you can get on Netflix for $4.99 a month.
Oh, hell no.
This is the cheapest subscription you're going to have.
And they ain't commercials every 5 seconds either.
You might even watch John eat a shit taco.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And drink water. Now, I know you say that, but it is very important to drink water. I accidentally bought a Baja Blast 12-pack of cans because I went to the Walmart and they were out of my bottles of Mountain Dew Zero, and it said zero on it, but I get it home, it's Baja.
Yeah, you
Blast.
gotta.
I can't stand it.
You gotta drink water. You don't get peanuts caught in your throat while you're eating your
payday bar.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Hope y'all join us for the after show.
Yep.
Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, do all the things. Until next time, circus!